Hi! Welcome to another video! I thought for this video I would take the time to show you what I've been working on for the past month. For the past month I've been building a lot of things out of Knex, and they're all very useful things, I promise you that. Very useful. Growing up we had buckets of Knex, like tubs of it, lots of different instruction books, so I thought I have a lot of free time on my hands, why don't I just build some things? And the first thing I dug out was this big book of ideas from Knex. And it's a very thrilling read. There's all sorts of ideas in here, ranging from flowers. Would you like some Christmas decorations? Or celebrating any other holiday, really? How about a bubble wand? Or a checkers game? The book is full of all sorts of different projects that you can do, ranging from all sorts of things. And so I decided to start there, and then I started to build other things, and it became a lot of different projects, and yeah, but don't worry, they're all very useful, I promise. Got a drawer full of pens and other utensils that just looks like a mess. How about this? We have a Knex pencil cup holder that's also holding a bunch of other things, but that's besides the point. That can just sit on your desk, and really it's perfect. Are you bored of having your CDs on a shelf? Well, Knex has you covered with that. This Knex structure here creates a new way for you to store your CDs in a very organized manner. Definitely a lot more exciting than these shelves. And also, just in case if you have tapes lying around, there's an option for that as well. Do you have a toy that's just sitting there? That's kind of boring. Why not give it something else to sit on? And this nice, complete chair. That's much better. Got keys? Have them on a lanyard like this? Well, that's kind of boring. Let me fix it. Knex has you covered. This is a much more efficient keychain. Also, if you want to build one of your own and you don't like the design I chose, there's options. Now the next two things are very useful kitchen items. The first is a replacement for this paper towel holder, because metal paper towel holder, that's boring when you can use one made out of Knex. That's much more exciting. And also to go along with it, I don't have very many napkins right now, but we also have a napkin holder. Would obviously look better if there's more in it, but you know, you get the idea. It's the perfect solution for holding your paper towels and your napkins. Now earlier I showed the checkers game, and I thought about building that, but then I realized that this would be more useful. Croquet? All I had to do was build this mallet but make it twice as tall, because I'm a grown adult, and make a few gates. Works pretty well. Hey! So it got to the point where I was definitely building a bunch of useful things, but then I thought to myself, what else could be useful? And there was a lot of vehicles in that book, but the one that stood out to me the most was this snail here. Very useful. Alright, so now I pretty much worked my way through the book, things that I wanted to build, see, try to use, and I thought, you know, I have other instruction guides. Those have to be useful, right? You can be the judge. Basically, I saw this instruction guide and I couldn't resist building the All Terrain Trecker. I mean, with new metallic colors, giant wheels. How can I not build it? We have this guy here, made out of all metallic pieces, not those boring normal ones. He even has a driver that may or may not fall off in the next 5 seconds, but he's there. Let's see what it can do. How come it runs smoother backwards? As you can see, pretty useful. As you know, Knex sets can get pretty elaborate, pretty large scale, a lot's involved, motors as you saw from the cars, elaborate designs, and so I was like, I want to build something elaborate. So the thing I decided to build, of course, the only rational thing, was a Ferris wheel. Here is that Ferris wheel. And just for scale purposes, isn't too tall, like it's about as tall as my waist. Here's the best part about this is that it doesn't just stand there, no, it's not stationary. I mean, there's no motor on it, so it's not super elaborate, but we got a crank. And it can spin. Both ways. Who wouldn't want this in their house? I can think of a million uses for this Ferris wheel. My favorite part about this Ferris wheel is actually like these swings here. Individualized swings for the imaginary people to also sit on. I mean, I think it's neat. The whole time I was doing this project and I was thinking about the things I could build and what I could do, what I could show, I had kind of a grand climax in mind. The climax isn't done yet. I'm missing the motor, but I'll give you a sneak peek, and if it ends up being done and working, well, we're gonna have that grand conclusion, because the Ferris wheel isn't that grand, but this is pretty grand. It's a few days later, I'm actually just about to start editing, but we did finish the last sculpture. I ended up using a motor from the Snail, and then that wasn't strong enough, so I had to break down the big RV car you saw earlier. Use that, and it worked pretty well. I say pretty well. It's kind of a picky machine, but here's some footage from that. It works sometimes, doesn't work others. You know, typical. But it exists. It's there. Alright, so this is the machine here in its full glory. It's quite tall, as you could see in that clip before, but basically, without it turning on, the balls come up here, and then it kind of chooses which direction to go, depending. So it'll alternate. One of the pathways leads to this loop that hardly works. It works when I'm not filming it, but that's pretty much the normal situation of everything. Then it goes down here and then back to the start. Another route is it goes down here, spins down, drops, goes down the staircase. And then another one is it goes this way, down this spiral ramp, which was a thrill to build, and then drops on here. This goes down into there, and then this goes down again, back to the start. Then finally, there's another one where it'll go down this back part here and just fall back to the start. So there's kind of 4 variations, as you can see. And yeah. Pretty neat. That was my month-long project of building all sorts of things out of Knex that were, of course, all useful. All jokes aside, though, too, like, building these was a very, very nice distraction from everything going on. It, gave me something to do that was productive, but also, like, very, like, repetitive. I don't know. It was just a nice, relaxing task. I would recommend it. Do you have any Knex laying around? Lego? Spend some time building it. I don't know, if you're feeling stressed out, I would recommend it. It was a pretty fun activity. So fun that I might actually build more later, but only useful things, of course. If you like this video, let me know in the comments down below, as well as make sure to like and subscribe for future content. As well, I do have another thing that I do want to build that actually would be kind of fun to show. Pinball machine, anyone? It can be a pinball or a foosball. I'm kind of leaning towards pinball, but depends what I decide in the moment. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.